The House Justice Committee declares the 2 impeachment cases against President Marcos insufficient in substance. The Justice Department is set to file 2 tax evasion cases against government contractors Sarah and Curlee Discaya. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco orders the takedown of tourism-related ads featuring her image. Ombudsman Boying Remulla raises the alarm over the limited access to lawmakers' statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth. And Axis Representative Edvic Yap resigns from Congress after being implicated in the flood control corruption scandal. The House Justice Committee declares the 2 impeachment cases against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. insufficient in substance, resulting in their dismissal. The junking of the complaints earns Marcos 1-year immunity from impeachment. The committee ultimately weighed in on whether the petitions recited the facts that constituted the offense charged.
In the first place, it was not the president who created the BBM parametric formula of the DPWH. Having an imperfect policy direction is not an impeachable offense.
The impeachment endorsers had few allies, with mamamayang Liberal Representative Laila de Lima flagging her colleagues for lawyering for the president.
Naniniwala ako na meron talagang mga alegasyon, factual allegations, that would constitute the ground for impeachable or would constitute impeachable offense. Nasabi ko nga po kanina, per the rules, dun lang tayo dapat nakatuon. Yung mga defenses, let the respondent himself raise those defenses in the proper time. That is sa answer o kaya sa rejoinder.
The first complaint was tossed out, drawing 42 votes for dismissal, with only Jet Nisay backing his own petition, while the Makabayan bloc abstained. 39 lawmakers voted to junk the second complaint, while 7 others voted in its favor. The Department of Justice will file 2 tax evasion cases against couple Sarah and Curlee Discaya. This for alleged violation of the National Internal Revenue Code. The Office of the Prosecutor General finds prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction to charge the Discayas for tax evasion under NIRC Section 254 or willful attempt to evade or defeat tax, and Section 255 or willful failure to supply correct and accurate information in their income tax returns from 2020 to 2021. The case will be filed with the Court of Tax Appeals, the appellate court responsible for handling tax and customs-related cases. Meantime, the DOJ dismissed 3 other tax-related complaints against the Discayas and St. Gerard Construction. The DOJ says in one of the cases, the prosecutors failed to find prima facie evidence to indict them. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco orders all regional offices of the Tourism Department to take down tourism-related materials that feature her image and to stop producing similar materials. She also asked local governments to refrain from putting up tarpaulins bearing her photo. This after she was called out by Senator Raffy Tulfo during a Senate hearing Tuesday, February 3.
Dapat ang pinopromote yung lugar, hindi dapat yung tao. Iwas tayo dun sa personality.
Frasco denies the accusation of self-promotion. She says Wednesday, quote, "I have no intention of running for any national position. Therefore, it makes absolutely no sense for me to promote myself." The former mayor of Liloan, Cebu, has since been under public scrutiny as she has appeared as a cover of a magazine and other tourism publications. Ombudsman Boying Remulla raises the alarm over the limited access to lawmakers' statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth. This amid the ongoing flood control corruption probe. Remulla says his investigating teams are facing difficulties in accessing what are supposed to be public documents. As the country's main anti-graft body, the Ombudsman is leading the probe into the multi-billion peso flood control corruption, which allegedly involves private contractors and high-ranking officials, including House members and senators. SALNs are important because they summarize a government official's assets, liabilities, and net worth. Investigators use them for lifestyle checks and spotting possible ill-gotten wealth. Axis Representative Edvic Yap, brother of Benguet Representative Eric Yap, steps down from his congressional post after being implicated in the flood control corruption scandal. The House majority announces Wednesday, February 4, Yap has resigned and his name is dropped from the roll of members. Ombudsman Boying Remulla said in October, Yap allegedly received money via bank transfer from flood control contractors Curlee and Sarah Discaya before the pandemic. In December, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced the Court of Appeals froze the personal accounts of the Yap brothers, as well as companies linked to them, Silver Wolves Construction and Sky Yard Aviation Corporation. Edvic's brother Eric is believed to be the beneficial owner of Silver Wolves, which bagged over 16 billion pesos in public works projects from 2022 to 2025. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the wRap.